Yeah, so guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the £10 SoRare Road to Glory. So, how is the account looking after 3 days? Pretty good, I'd say. At the moment in the club, we've got ourselves a rare card, which we bought for 4, trying to sell for 7. Pina we bought for 1, trying to sell for 2. And a Naoki Kawagaguchi, who we picked up for, well, we picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of him for £1. They should all sell for about £1.90 to about £2, so that's really good. And a Lee Dong-hee. So this puts us on £27, which isn't too bad after 3 days. Now, what is the plan today? Now, to start off the episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys why, I guess we're 3 days in and I haven't touched bidding. Basically, the beginning of today's episode is going to demonstrate why bidding sucks if you're trading on a low budget. I'll explain why it sucks. I'll explain for the filter, then I'll probably do about like an hour of bidding and show you guys the deals we can get. So before we do start, if you guys are interested in signing up, there is an affiliate link down below. And after you win 5 cards on bids, you guys will get yourself a free card, free limited card. Also, because this is real life money, do please be careful when depositing money, because you can make money as well as losing it, so do be careful. So that right there is one of the reasons why it's hard to win bids, because once you win 5 cards on bid, you get a free card, free tradable card. This does not happen on the normal market, which means that there is an increase in demand for winning cards on bid in comparison for the increase in not being that increase in demand on winning players on a buying now auction. So when you head over to bids, what you can do is you can head over to market and you're going to click on new card auction. These cards are bids. Again, you win 5 of these and you get yourself a free card. Beautiful. But because you get a free card, people overpay on these bids. The free card you get will traditionally be about £5 to £7, although saying that, I've had in the 31, I've had I think about 3 that are £20. So I guess there's a 10% chance you get some of that. Well, from what I found, there's about a 10% chance you get some of those 20 quid. Other than that, generally going rate is about £4 to £7, I'd say. What we're going to be doing is, even though bidding does suck, what we're going to do is we're going to go and put in a filter and we're going to do a little bit of bidding. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've only got £7 in the kitty. And you definitely want to be having a little bit more in the kitty when it comes to bidding. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the price, we're going to go from 0.3, about 39p. We're going to put this to maximum £2. Reason maximum £2 because it just lets me bid on 3 things at a time. You see these stuff has 10 minutes to go. You know, beggars can't be choosers really. This on the other hand shows you what they've all sold for. Again, you're always going to ignore the blue numbers, or the numbers that coincide with the blue dots. That's just because these are bids. Bids are, as I say, normally overpaid. So we want to look at the buy now. So the buy now has been £1.20, £1.2, £1.20. So we could go off the presumption that he goes for about £1.20. So if it goes off the presumption that he's £1.20, I want to be getting probably about 40p cheaper. You know, 40p per card or 40p minimum per card is a good amount to go for. What we do then is we'd head over to SoRare and we'd go and bid on the card. But the card's been bid at £2.20 because, as I said, bidding kind of sucks because what people do is they overpay for the affiliate card. So even though that card was a deal and it's literally still got 11 minutes to go, we're not going to be able to win it because, as I say, bidding basically sucks. But we're going to try and bid for about an hour and I'll show you guys the outcome. I'll also show you how many cards we bidded on and how much money we've made. And a very boring hour later, we're not winning anything. We're really not. So we've bid on 12 cards here. All of them have been outbidded on. And if I can go to here, these are what the current bids are on. But as soon as it passes generally about 20 minutes, you're just going to get outbid. So I'll be honest with you, it is completely pointless. It's extremely inefficient to do any bidding on a low budget because everything just goes overpriced. I'm sure if I background checked all these players as well, I bet you all of them have been... I mean, let me go and pick one at random. Let's go and pick... I don't know. Let's go and pick this guy at random. Jacori Hayes. Jacori Hayes right now has got and sold for £2.90. What does he actually go for? The guy only goes for like £1.50. It's like you're really wasting your time. Like, I really do not recommend... When you're on a higher budget, it's definitely nowhere near as bad because, you know, you're not really having to worry about the affiliate because you're on different sort of demographics. But Joe Van Morik, okay, this one just sold for... Where is it? This one literally just sold for £2.50. The guy only goes for £1.70. Like, it is completely useless, basically. So, but there you go. Just a heads up. This is why you don't see bidding early days. You'll see bidding later. And you'll see, you know, bidding, I don't know, maybe when we hit like 100 odd. Because when you get stuff that's 20, 30 quid, you don't have people bidding for affiliate. But when you're trying to, you know, there's just no point ever bidding on a budget. It's so inefficient. But for the rest of the episode, we'll stop trying to prove a point and we'll just get underway with some good old trading we were doing yesterday, where we're trading with players who are playing recently. And I'll go and refresh the filter with you right now. So the filter we're going to use to actually get some deals today, rather than sit here aimlessly bidding, is heading over to live offers. We're then going to go down here to the price filter. I'm going to go and click on this, which is what we're currently looking at. I'm going to go and set it to 0.0022. That means I'm going to be looking at stuff which is a maximum of £4. I'm going to click on floor price, the most recent average, and boom. If by magic it shows me nothing more than £4. Perfect. Now the second thing we're going to do is we're going to go and click onto L5, 15 and 40. We're going to go and click on this average of past 5 games. This means they played once in the last 5 games. You're going to set this to 1, just so it actually has some effect. And you'll see at the moment 0, 0, 0, 0. These guys aren't currently playing, which means they're quite hard to sell. But if I go and press apply, boom, you don't get any of the zeros, and all these guys are currently playing. Because they're currently playing, it means that they're way easier to sell, because people are actually buying them for their SO5 in comparison to players who they're not buying. And so we did a lot of this yesterday, and the plan is to do a lot of it today. So let's go and show you guys when we get some deals. So earlier we did go and sell on multiple Nakiokis. You would have remembered in the last episode we bought 5 of them for £1. We've managed to sell them on pretty successfully, really. £1.70, £1.90 and £1.80, turning over about a £2.20 profit on a player that was really easy to buy, and we've still got 2 more to sell on. So we've got loads and loads of good money to work with right now. We've in fact got £12. I think it's the highest I've been liquid since starting the Road to Glory. So we've got that £12 plus another £7 on him, £2 on him, and then £1.80 on both of these guys, and another £1.60 on the Lee Dong Hee. So without further ado, let's get back underway with some trading with actively playing players. The first trade offer of the day, and that is our good friend over here, Mr. Pedro Peru Nelioskian. That guy. Won him for 260. We can see he's got some previous sales at 380, £4, 380, 360, 320. He got his low there as it's 220, and we got ourselves a 298. We have a look at what the cheapest on the market is. I think the cheapest on the market right now is about 350, so got about £1 cheaper than the cheapest on the market. I think what I might do is just go and sell him for, like, you're thinking about 320. It doesn't make me anything too crazy, 320, but what it does do is makes a nice little 60p, and hopefully it should sell them relatively fast, because it's still, I mean, we're still looking at about a 60 to £1 cheaper than what he normally goes for. So, first deal of the day, not too amazing. 60p on a £2.50 player isn't too crazy, but hopefully get a relatively fast flip on him. Bear in mind, he sold on, what, twice today already. Once yesterday, should hopefully be selling quite fast. So bought a card that looks relatively risky, but it should be quite interesting. Basically, we've gone and picked ourselves up a Ruben Roskin. What I presume he's done is he's probably just had a really decent SO5 score. Oh, he's coming at a nice little 6. Oh yeah, so DMP 60. Lovely. So he's basically gone from not really doing much to, you know, performing pretty well. Which causes a nice little water fountain right here, where he even peaked up at £8.30. Well, right now we're definitely on the drop, you know, we're catching the falling knife. But we've managed to go and win him for, if I can get his card right here, £3.40. So I'm quite happy about that, really, because if we go have a little look at the next cheapest on the market, I think the next cheapest on the market's a £5. So if we can go lowest on the market. Yeah, the next cheapest on the market is a £5. Now, he's definitely in a bit of a downwards, you know, dropping motion, because we can look right here that he was selling at £6 just yesterday, and now we can see that they're kind of half flooded for £5. So it's one of these sort of cards that you don't want to be faffing around with too long, because so you're kind of catching a falling knife. But I mean, we've managed to get him right here at £3.39. You know, and his most recent sell was 6. So bear in mind the flooded. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go list him up for £4.50. I'll turn over hopefully quite a nice easy £1 profit. And then I will avoid the whole point of, or avoid the whole, you know, he drops and everyone else catches up with me. Because it's definitely this card's definitely in what we call a buyer's market, where if a card keeps dropping and dropping and dropping, and I want to go and buy that card, I can just wait till it stops dropping and buy it, which means it's in a buyer's market. But if a card is rising and rising and rising and rising, and therefore if I own the card, I'm in no hurry to sell it, it's a seller's market because the seller has the power. This is definitely a card that we would call is in a buyer's market, because the person buying the card has the power, because they can just wait off, or they can send a dodgy trade offer, and they know that everyone's in a panic. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just like, well, screw the rest of the guys, let me go and list them for 450, because I can tell these are the sort of cards that we would normally go and see. You know, it would go back down to probably... The good thing about him is go back down to £4 in no time. Is actually we bought him at £3.40. Where we look at what he was before he even had this good performance, and he was sitting at a pretty solid 320. So worst comes to worst, and he goes back down to the price he was going for previously. You know, that's a decent buy. But hopefully we can, as I say, I'd be quite confident we can sell him at 450. It's just the worry if I don't sell him at 450, he'll be down at, you know, £4, 350 in no time. This guy for £3.50, it does leave me with not too much money. So what I've decided to do is I got an instant trade offer on our good friend right here, Peru Nikolai, for what was it, like £3? So I thought, well, I think I was trying to sell him at £3.20. £3 just makes me a humble 40p. It's not much, but because we spent £3 on the other guy and I'd quite like to have money back in my cash flow, I decided, you know, it's only 20p less than what I wanted to sell him for. I'll go and take that small profit, and now we've got, you know, we've got cash flow to work with rather than, you know, only having like £2 to work with. Another deal. We've gone and picked ourselves up a Miguel Brazzara at £1.98. If we go head over here on the SoRare data and show his sales, we've got £3.14, £3.19. There's a few guys here. I think they're literally just... Oh, this guy just mass bought a few. Or mass bought a few on trade offers at 2. We go there at 260, 280, 350, 320. So I'd be quite comfortable that we're going to sell for 3. On the market, I think the cheapest is like £3.70. So we won this one for £1.90. We're going to go and list it up for 3 right now. Please can we have the upper side of 3? I'll take that, whatever. So that's going to be a £1 profit there, bringing us to 28 quid. So, yeah, very happy. Again, I just sent over a trade offer. I think the guy overpaid on a bid, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, overpaid on a bid. I was like, yeah, go on then, I'll buy him. And again, once again, some of the easiest people to win deals off are people who overpay on bids. So we've gone and sold another card on, and that is the Pina, who we bought for £1.16. We've gone and sold on just now for £1.98. So a nice little £1 or 80p profit on him. Very, very nice. Boom, boom, boom. Another one's going to sold on. £1.75 for yet again another card, one for £1. So really, really easy money here. And yeah, decent. The cash flow is looking pretty decent at the moment. We've got loads and loads of cards on bids. We're just, yeah, we're just being ignored, to be honest. So we very much London bust these deals. As in, we've almost had no deals for probably nearly an hour. And then 2 in like, well, you can see right there, 2 in 1 minute. So we got a interesting buy. We got ourselves a Jerome Hagout. We've gone and picked this guy up for, if I can show you right here. We've gone and picked it up for, if this is going to process, 78p. Plan of action, nothing too crazy on this card. We're just going to go and sell him for £1.20, which is going to make a 40p profit. And the second card we've gone and bought is a Kim Won Gun. Kim Won Gun is right here. And Kim Won Gun, again, if we go and refresh, we've gone and picked him up for £1.94. Very, very easy sell for £3. So that's going to be a £1.10 profit. So £1.50 amongst those two cards. But yeah, it's been an absolute nightmare buying stuff at the moment. I think Mondays are pretty renowned for being slow because you've only got weekday games, and you know, obviously not many teams playing weekdays. So people don't really play the game during the week, and it's more people playing on the weekend. We thought was a deal because we, you know, we had a little look at the likes of, well, I'll show you right here. D'Ambrose pops up, we go look at his weekly data, and we're looking at £5, £5, £5. Well, the one we were looking at is £3.70. It's one of these sort of things that you go, well, you know, he's confidently going for £5. You know, surely £3.70 is a decent deal. It's one of the ones where you're like, well, I don't really think I'd have enough time to check him. But the problem is, we went and picked him up for £3.70, and don't get me wrong, £3.70 isn't a miss by as such, but, you know, I mean, if you're going to try and sell for £5, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I think it might be a case of is just buying for £3.70 and selling for £3.70. Which really sucks that a market as stagnant as it is right now. I mean, if I want to go £3.90, I'll be honest, I'll probably just go £3.70. Get that money back. I'm sure someone else will probably look at it the same way. It sucks that we have to do this, but, you know, so it's better to keep the cash flow going. Otherwise, we're only sitting on about £3 otherwise. So there you go. Bit of a misbuy, but it doesn't matter because we should be able to sell them on pretty fast. About 10-15 minutes, we sold the D'Ambrose. I'm sure it's just someone who probably saw it and sort of thought the exact same logic as what I did. So there you go. If you buy a card and you really don't want it, selling it at break-even is going to be pretty easy because the same mindset you had, someone else I'm sure will have. My gosh, is today, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Mondays are renowned for being slow, but they're slow, and then there's, you know, Sid the Sloth and, I don't know, just quicksand. It's awful. But we've got ourselves a deal right here. We've got ourselves a Michael Taranik. We've got to pick him up here for £2.09. We're going to be listing him right now for £2.85. Again, it's nothing too crazy, but beggars cannot be choosers on a day like this. Going to turn over a 76p profit, so not bad at all. Still got a lot of our stuff in the champs list selling on. I'm hoping it's going to pick up a little bit more tomorrow and people get the rewards money. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deals selling on. So 8 deals selling on. £1 in the kitty. Do we have other players who are waiting on transfers? We might be waiting on some other stuff to sell. Yeah, we've got 2 more deals up there. So we've had some pretty good luck selling players on. It's really what we expect. As I say, putting that L5 filter onto the sniping allows us to sell these players on very fast. But here's a Ruben Roxon. You would have seen be purchased earlier in the episode for £3.37, sold for £4.37, and we completed our £1 profit there. We also got ourselves Miguel Brazella, again, another card bought in the episode. We bought him for, I believe I've got it here, £1.94, and we sold him for £2.85, so just under a £1 profit right there. But once again, the filter, we're making sure they've played one of the last 5 games is coming in real clutch, which is a bit weird because I think Miguel plays midweek, but the other guy doesn't play midweek, so, you know, there's less intention for people to buy them for their SO5, but nonetheless, obviously if people are playing, you know, they're going to be more demanded. This also then goes and gives us 13 quid, so we're going to use this last 13 quid to try and get some deals to push ourselves over that £30 mark for the night. So we're going to end the episode off with our last deal, and that is a Lucas Jaeger we've managed to get on a trade offer. Bought him for £1.10p, going to sell him for £1.75p. It's going to turn over a nice little 65p profit. But yeah, it's been a very, very slow day for trading. Obviously, we started off the episode by showing you guys just why we don't bid. In general, that's like it every single day. It's so hard to get deals, and I'd really advise stay away from bidding. But trading on anywhere from post the player playing their game till about Wednesday, Thursday, the market is normally quite slow. So you're going to see today's episode be quite slow and tomorrow's episode be quite slow. And the reason for that is just there's a lack of people buying and selling. Now, I'll be honest with you, selling we haven't had that much of a problem with. In fact, we've been able to sell on a lot of the cards we bought today. In fact, how many cards am I stuck with? So I think we bought him today and we haven't sold him. He was bought 2 days ago. Bought him today and bought him today. But we've managed to sell on like 3 of the 4 players we've actually bought today almost instantly, or at least in a matter of hours. So once again, the L5 addition to the sniping filter is really working really nicely for us. But that is going to call it the end of the day. I think we're on about £30 to £31 in all fairness. So not a mad amount of progress, but what we've actually done is sell some players we bought in yesterday's episode for cheaper. So even though it looks like we've only made £3, I guess it's more of a case of probably made like £5, £6, but we also lost a little bit of money from yesterday's cards, if that makes any sense. So 4 days in, we've already tripled our budget in theory. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going. Tomorrow's episode, I think what the plan of action is I want to try a bit of, well, we're either going to get our unique card and it'll just be a normal day of trading, or I'm going to try and poach people who've just won their card on a bid. I've got a bit of a I guess a theory on how to do that. So that'll be tomorrow's episode, is how to hopefully get really good deals. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new episode of the £10 SoRare Road to Glory.